Okay, what is meant by activities or node? Yes, what is meant by activities? In the figure, what they indicates A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What is this? The project activity diagram there has shown that the starting phase and end phase. What the key components of A, B, C, D, E, F? What they have indicates? Yes, anyone? Yogesh? What they have indicates? Sagar? In the activity node diagram, what they have indicates? Yes, those are steps or activities or process flow that to be carried out by this way. Okay, A, B, C, D in block, these are the activities that to be carried out one after another. It is nothing but activity on the nodes. Okay, the activities on a node is a project management terms that refers to a precedence diagrammatic methods which is used to boxes to denote schedule activity. Okay, the boxes has denote the schedule activities, the sequential operations, the sequential operation of the project or the sequential operation of product. Okay, these are the activity which shows in activity node diagram as per the boxes. Okay, the various boxes or nodes, the boxes is nothing but nodes. Okay, nodes which are to be connected from beginning to end with the arrow to depict a logical progression of the dependencies between the schedules and the activities. What they said that the various boxes or nodes are connected from beginning to end. Means what, that the starting phase of the project to the end to the end phase of project. So many activities are interconnected in a project management that to be carried out successfully. Okay, it is nothing but activities on the node. And what is mean by project network? That whole activities to be carried out, one sequential processes from the start phase to end phase. They have considering all the whole assemblies of that activities or nodes. And in the activity, each and every individual process to be carried out in an activity node. Okay, the ABCD the blocks has denoted node. The activity is which is also called as node. Okay, node diagram. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Now we will come towards forward pass defect and reverse back defect. In that, earliest start time and earliest finish time. A forward pass defect that earliest start and earliest finish times of each activity to determine the earliest that the project can be finished. A backward pass defect that latest start and the latest finish times of each activity in the network. Okay, so what you have got from this diagram? That is forward pass and backward pass. Forward pass means what? In forward pass, as per diagram, they have denoted that the earliest start time, earliest finish time, which to be considered is forward bias. Okay, in backward bias, there is starting of earliest start time and latest finish time. Okay, as a diagram of sequence flow, that flow has start from earliest start time, earliest finish time. In backward, there's a start from earliest finish time to latest start point. Okay, these are the forward pass defect. These are the basic network analysis methods. I think so. These are covered in your decision science also, na? Just your study of basic of all the decision science point. That is what is meant by node, what is meant by activity, what is the methods of critical path method, the CCM, PRT, GRT, and MPL. Okay, that's something that to be carried out and one sequence diagram or one flow diagram of decision science. Okay, you should need to write a activity node diagram from the paragraph point or from the problems point of view. Okay, they have denoted that the activity nodes and start point to end point. So you should need to draw a diagram on that basis. Okay, on that problem basis you should need to draw the decision science in decisions, and you should need to draw the critical path method diagram or program network diagram. Yes, you have practiced it or not? The basic network analysis methods, these are the common methods. I think so some of the extra methods are also included in that. Is anyone methods in project management or network analysis method? Yes, Yogesh, Sagar, you are practicing any of the project network diagram? Yes, I want to respond from your side.
No,
This
sir,
is
right
no
now.
problem. Okay, so you should need to go and just take out a pen and notebook and just try to draw the activities and node diagram. Okay, then you have understand the network analysis methods, project networks. Not thinking as an the exam is goes on online, but you should need to practice on practical applications of decision science or practical notebooks to draw a network diagram by using some of the paragraph point of view. How should you write a project network diagram? Okay, that's are the importance in project network. There is a basic part or there is some of the theoretical parts in project management, but when we have go to decision science or when you have go to any of the organization from other than academic, at that time you need to know that the what is mean by activity, what is mean by the start point, end point, process flow. Okay, how to write a process flow diagram, how to draw activity diagram. That's are the important in your updated life for the upcoming as a job point of view. Okay, as in a project management, what are the key skills? These are the basic. You should know that how to maintain the relationships, communications, how to manage people, material, money. But at the end point, as an what I we can say that the parametric estimation method or some of the scientific estimation method or a technical person as the management or some of the people as looking as you as an some of the technical person. So you need to know the flow chart of our organizations, how to draw flow chart, how to draw a network diagram of this project, how to draw the process flow chart, process flow diagram of this network. Why this is important in process flow charts or any of the machining process? Each and every passages there has required a process flow of machine, location layout of the company. Why this is important? Okay, this is the important for the avoid the accidents or proper sequencing or proper process flow chart of any of the machines. Okay, that is totally depend upon all these activities that we said that the inventory, distributions, the utilization of spaces, which all are comes under any of the process flow. Okay, if we are placing our proper structure of any of the process flow chart or any of the location area, okay, that will definitely affect on our all the whole processes of project management or our all the processes of product management. Okay, that the basic network analysis methods. Means that the critical path method, CCM, that is critical chain method, PERT is a program evaluation and review techniques. These are the important contents in your decision science. That is PERT. Okay, most of the problems are comes under PERT, that is program evaluation and review techniques. I think so. No anyone has asked like a questions of what is mean by PERT. Everyone know that some of the also technical key concepts they have to be asked as an you are considering as an MCQ types. They have asking you as an a technical concepts. Any of the what is mean by that is program evaluation and review techniques. How to find PERT by using the latest formula or by using some of the example. Okay, they have given short examples. Okay, so you need to find out that PRT techniques tools or they have to be draw one of the sentence and drawing and given option you of 3 to 4 diagrammatics. So you should need to find out which diagram is to be correct for the project management tools or project network analysis method. Okay, that are the important point as per your university online examination. If it will be happen as an online, in that case you need to know that the details concept. Okay, when we are thinking that online, it is nothing but you said that it will be easy, but when you know that the basic from the any of the project management, basic from the any of the decision science subject, you should know the basic terms of each and every subject. Okay, and it is important for after the completion of your MBA program also, that no anyone has asked in details of you need to draw the PRT diagrams with these problems. Okay, they just ask what is meant by activity, what is meant by node, what are the importance of any process flow chart of this company. Just draw the process flow of this machine, just draw the process flow of car manufacturing plant. Okay, these are the basic that you are thinking as a basic point of view, that will be thinking as per your mind that the which activities has to be required for the completion of, for the manufacturing of car, for the as anyone said that the process flow chart of metro stations. Okay, these are the critical thinkings as a point of view when you are thinking that which type of processes are required, which locations are to be required, which availability of resources are to be required for the processes. Okay, as thinking from that are the basic parts of any of the project management means for what is meant by process flow chart, decisions and some of the techniques. But you should need to try to find out that the practical applications, and I think so it will be easy to you that when we are thinking as in a practical point of view, it will be okay to you for the understanding of any of the subject. Just compare project management compare with one of the latest example of project management tools techniques. Okay, some of the advanced applications are also included in project management techniques. What are the project management techniques, tools, or recent tools and techniques are used in a project management? Okay, just you go to the YouTube and just see the videos from the project management latest tools and techniques. Okay, that will be helpful to you as when you are working in a project management in future, or as a support as in a project management. You should know to that what are the tools and techniques are latest tools and techniques are used in project management. Okay, those are the important aspects in project management. Okay, this will be okay. Now we will come towards our next point, that is CCM, PRT. GRT is a graphical evaluation and review techniques. MPM is a measure of potential. Okay, these are the activities and node diagram of basic network analysis method. Okay, what is meant by critical path method? Just read anyone. What is meant by critical path method? Yes, Yogesh. Yes, Sagar. Just read a critical path method means what?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please read.
A critical path method. Critical path method, in short, CPM, is a technique where you identify tasks that are necessary for project completion and determine scheduling flexibilities. CPM revolves around discovering the most important task in the project timeline, identifying task dependencies, and calculating task durations.
Okay. The critical path method is a techniques where you have to identify the task. Task is nothing but the activities or the process to be important for the completion of project. Okay. As when we are read any of the sentence, just try to find out that the key components of any of the sentence. As I have said that it many times that okay, critical path method is a technique where you identify each task that are necessary for the project completions. Okay, when we have go to find it, identify the each and every task, you should need to know that how much they have important for the completion of our project. okay, which to be find out in our sequential or in the scheduling formats or flexibilities. Okay, that's are necessary of project management computations and to determine the scheduling flexibilities. Okay, whenever we are going to any of the project on-roll project visitings or as a project management, when you have goes on a shop floor and find out the activities that this will be important or not, or how much they have to be important for the completion of our project. Some of the activities that are not need to not need to compare with the project management or not need to place it in a sequential or in a scheduling format. Just neglect from that process and cover the activities for our sequential manner. Okay, that's are the importance in identifying the task and necessary of project completion and to determine the scheduling sign which are to be flexible in our operation management or in our project management. Okay, uh, so I want to ask questions to all of you that the what is mean by project management or what is mean by operation management? What is the difference between that as a project management or operation management? If any difference in that, the project management means what or the operation management means what? Yes, anyone?
Major difference is project in perspective in the perspective of total overall project, and operations management particular departments operations management such as HR, finance, marketing, etc.
Yes. That's the good. Okay, whenever you goes to as an operation management at previously we said that operation management is nothing but the input which has converted into output, which has to be defined with an production operation department. Okay, in case of project management, which has covered the all the departments with including operation management, as an in any of the process or any of the project or any of the product management process, the operation management has an important key aspects of all this process. Okay, because we does not manufacture any of the project or we does not completed any of the project without the operation management. Okay, because the actual key components or actual key activities or technical activities which are to be carried out in operation management only. Okay, so the operation management are important in any of the project management tools and techniques. Okay, the CPMs also revolves around discovering the most important task in the project or in the timelines to identify the task dependencies and calculating the task durations. Okay, we have to need to calculate the task duration for the completion of this task. How much durations are to be required? Okay, this are comes under critical path method. Okay, critical path method. Most of the examples are also comes on this topic also, critical path method, CPM, how to find the critical path method. Just take one of the example from your side or just practice it. Okay, so you will definitely understand what is meant by CPM. And CPM as a theoretical concept, as we said that to identify the task. Okay, in any of the critical path method to identify the task are also calculating how much times are required for that process. Okay, to identify task dependencies. Okay, and to calculating the task duration. To calculate how much times or how much task dependencies are dependent on that project or to calculate the task durations. Okay, how many days have required to completion of this process. Okay, as that in figure you showed that the critical path method means what exactly you should thinking on that and you will need to find out that this is mean by critical path method. Okay, from the start point to finish point the days are required the task for 3 days, task B for 2 days, task C for 4 days, task D as a 3 days, and task E as a 3 days. All we have to calculate this or addition that we have required how many days as required to completion of this all the process. The task A has required 3 days, task B has required 2 days because the processes or the tasks are different of all this process. Yes, that's why they have required some of the required have 3 days. Some of the process they have required for 2 days. Some of the process they have required 4 days. Or critical path methods is nothing but to calculating all this process each and every for the completion of that project, that are comes under critical path method or the duration of the project. In critical path method, to identify the task and to calculating the how much times are required for the completion of that process. Okay, these are comes under critical path method. Okay, this is a critical chain method. Okay, what means critical chain method? Yes, just read anyone. Yes, Yogesh. Critical chain method. Okay, the same processes of our estimations, they have considered that the availability of resources or limited or restricted resources are available, which are comes under critical chain method. Means what is one of the method used to perform schedule network analysis that takes into account task dependencies, limited resources availability, and buffers, which is used to prepare the project schedule when limited resources are available. In critical chain method, one key aspect that the limited resources available. The process we will find out that process from start to end point with the comparing of availability of resources, or some of the buffers or some of the resources are not available for that process. That's with consideration of critical chain method. The processes, activities, and node diagrams are same. Only the buffers or stocks are not available means for the manufacture of that product, or sometimes that will be unavailability of resources or restricted resources. Some of the very few resources are available for manufacture that product or for completion of our project. Okay, restricted resources. Okay, what are the restricted resources in India or in renewable energy sources? These are the restricted resources that we can say that this is restricted. Okay, yes, energy sources, any of the energy sources that are restricted
Yes, sir.
to,
Crude oil, sir.
yes, crude oil. Okay, again, petrol. Petrols are
Yes,
come
sir.
under restricted resources or not? Okay, again, anyone? Bus, only two resources that are restricted for uses. Gas,
Sir, Rockwell.
yes. Nowadays, rock also under restricted resources because that we have purchased from the by using some of the our mm, registered copy for to purchasing of that resources. Okay, they have to be under recorded for the how much resources they have to be used. Okay, there are each and every sources nowadays there are restrictions, but renewable energy sources there are nowadays no restrictions because it will be available as per the it will be available in nature itself or in the environmental. Some of the solar energy sources. Okay, there is no any restriction nowadays, but the impact is that on environmental impact that it will be on a seasonal basis. Okay, solar, wind energy, there is also no any restrictions, but that the efficiency of that resources are so less. They have required that appropriate environment to find out the resource. Okay, okay, so you have got the critical chain method point, that we have need to purchase the restricted resources when limited or restricted resources are available for the critical chain method, as its name indicates that it's critical. So we'll keep in mind that critical with restriction of resources. Yes, the techniques of very famous technique Nowadays, these are the key or important roles in any of the project management tools. The PRTs are latest tools and techniques that are used in any of the project management. Okay, program evaluation and review techniques. What is mean by program evaluation? And what is mean by review techniques? What is mean by program evaluation? That we have covered the points of program evaluation and control, program monitoring, evaluation and control. So what is meant by evaluation? And after that we will come towards next point, that is review techniques. Startly we need to know that, we all need to know that what is meant by program evaluation, what the key components are comes under evaluation techniques, or what is meant by evaluation. Evaluation means what? Yes, Yogesh.
Audit,
Yeah.
nothing but audit, sir.
Yes, program evaluation is nothing but audit. Okay. So what components we have considered in program evaluations? As in a basic point, whenever as said that you are as an auditor. Okay. So what program evaluations they have important?
The deadlines are met or not for particular work or task.
Yes, yes, yes. To find out each and every task to be carried out as per the manners or not, or the time is an important key aspects of any of the program evaluation, time and cost considerations. Okay, without if the time and cost consideration are in a proper in project, then we are goes to program evaluation and review techniques. Okay, what program evaluation means what? The consideration of time and cost is one of the key aspects of project management tools. Or auditors has said as an starting point of that have mentioning that program evaluation review techniques, 2 years program completions budgets. They have highly find out that the how much times are required. That whenever you goes to any of the projects, they have mentioning that 5 years of project plan. Yes, they have mentioning a project plan with the cost. Okay, but in detailing in that evaluation scene, they have checked each and every individual task. Okay, there is any accident to be happening in all these operations or not? How many accidents are happened? Okay, how they have uses resources, from where they have purchasing the resources. Okay, these are the importance in evaluation. Program evaluation not nothing but they have comparing with time and cost. Okay, but they are comparing from their start point to end point. Okay, these are useful for the future. They have come towards at the end of the project, but starting point of view, they have thinking that you have permissions of that locations or that surrounding societies for the establishing of that project, or for the establishing of any plan. That's are important parts in project management also, no? That there will be impact of for social science or not. You have to be permissions from them or not. Okay, if you are doing a project on some of the near societies. Okay, at the metro point also we have required some of the social activities or some of the social awareness we want to be created, or we want to take him as a part of our project management also. When you are give us a permission from them, or that we have just explaining the what are the key aspects of our project, but there will be not bad impact on their societies or in their daily life. Okay, these are also comes under project evaluation and review techniques. Just I go with the basic of that project management evaluation review technique. Some of the documentary parts are comes under as it will be explaining well by the documentary part of any evaluation process of financial candidates. Okay, which documentary parts nowadays considered whenever auditors has visited in any of the project or company, which mostly documents they have to check, or which documents they have need to check. Yes, some of the finance candidates. Yeah, just interaction is because the lecture means what? The interaction with students and teachers. Okay, these are the importance. Whenever you are, this is the practice from start point of view. or after completion of your MBA programs, you will go to any of the industries or go through any of the project. Okay, at that time you have to be interaction with people. So whenever you're talking with me or any of the our teacher, okay, that will be easy to you when you are understanding with, or when someone has asking you a question. That's if you are doing a wrong answer, no problem. But you will try from your side that what are these answers parameters in our language. Okay, so which documents are to be checked in project management tools or any of the auditors in a financial manner? Which documents they have to be checked? Yes, Pooja.
Work order quotations,
Yes, work order quotations. Okay.
day-to-day expenditure bills.
Yes, day-to-day expenditure bills. Okay. Legal bills or all these things as per the government orders they have to be carried out or not.
Legal
Okay.
permission.
Yes, legal permission. It is also an important key concept. As in a project management, they have thinking on all this process, but whenever evaluation and review techniques are to becomes, they have considered all are the key aspects of that project management. Okay, evaluation means what? How much times have required, how much cost have required, how they have properly using all these resources or not. Any accident had to be happening or not. Is there any uh, means what is there any recovery option for this or not? Okay, this all they have checked that you thinking
Sir,
on that.
insurance, sir.
Insurance are also comes under that. Okay, you are also thinking that some of the construction management project or buildings. Okay, so many accidents are happening in that place. Okay, but they have no any insurance policies or no any safety policies at their workplace. Why this is happening? Because the auditor has just keep it or just neglecting that years. Okay, but that will be impact on all these labor. Okay, whenever they have to be in work, they have work as per their humanity natures. Okay, I will consider that everyone, please consider everyone as a human being. Okay, that will be teacher, that will any of the people from the society. Okay, you should please start to need here as a human being. Start from the that process, that not considering as a project management how he has. Okay, from the top, from the bottom of the any of the peoples or any of the society, you should need to think on a human, as he as a human. Okay, that you will start from human beings of any of the processes. Okay, these are uh, above from the syllabus, but I will just thinking on that so many people has to be died because of the construction project. Okay, you also whenever you have visited, just check that how many have using the helmets, because they have working on very high places, or some of the rods or all these scrap materials are to be available on that all the project, all of the construction project. Okay, so again, metro project is also the comes under all the accidental cases. So many accidental cases are happening on the metro project also. Okay, so I think so that the project manager, any of the project manager, they have to be plan out all the structure upon a safety purpose. They have to provide all the safety equipments to each and every worker, to provide safety for all the process when they have to be working on that place. Okay, whenever you are goes any of the near the metro stations. Okay, just you will see the natures or see the activities, how they have to be carried out. Okay, they are to be what I can say, the proper in their control or not. Whenever we are working on any of the machines, our mind need to connect with our processes only. Sometimes it to be happen that when we are doing a lecture, but we are thinking out from that the lectures. Okay, at that time whenever I have asked some of the members that what is mean this, they don't know about this because they are thinking from their Just they have joined, but they have thinking from another part of their mind. Okay, this is happening of the accidental point of view. Okay, I have said that. Just comes towards our point that program evaluation is nothing but consideration of all the key aspects of project management and review techniques, as its name indicate that review and techniques. Okay, each method to use the examine. Okay, examine as its name indicate that to examine the task in a schedule and to determine a critical path method variation. Okay, in any of the process variations, the variations are come under any of the processes. I think so. I will give you one example. Any of the processes are fixed or there will be a variations in any of the project management. Okay, there is definitely will be a variations or variables. No any processes are fixed. Okay, there should be some of the variations in the process. As a project manager, they have to be on plan a project planning, but they in the machining process when you are doing the actual practical okay on that process, there should be and some of the variations, and that will be considerable part. Okay, variations are to be considered. Okay, again that it analyze the time required to complete each task and it's associated with the dependencies to determine the minimum time to complete a project. Whenever we have looking at the each and individual tasks with the proper manner, then our project has to be completed with minimum time period. Okay, that's our comes under program evaluation and review techniques. Okay, the main aim is to minimize the time. Okay, any of the project they have to be try to minimize the times required for the completion of that project. Yes, there is so many variations are to be happen, so many accidents are to be happen, but they have one of the options for carried out or for comes around all these program evaluation and review techniques. But the main output of any of the program evaluation is that to minimize time to complete a project. Okay, got it? Program evaluation and review techniques. Yes, students, you got it the point.
Yes, sir.
Just present lecture with free-minded. No, what is happening from the outsides or that just whenever you have learned any of the lecture or any of the sessions, just just learn as an free-minded, because they have to be on capturing at that time the capturing abilities has to be a more. So whenever you are seeing some of the sessions, uh, you just know that that will be not impact our own activities. Okay, so in that case, just but whenever we have got a point, we are definitely thinking on that these are the key, these are the important for us or not.
Yes, sir. Got it,
Okay.
sir. Very,
Uh,
this is a very interesting subject, sir, and for useful
yes,
for
yes,
lifetime.
yes. Program, because this comes with the project management. Okay, because you are an a person, you are an a management person, or you are working in any of the organization. Okay, so you have required all these knowledge skills. Okay, as I said that the knowledge skills are important for you. The way my thinking is that you are a management person, so you need to know all these things, not in a program evaluation review techniques, but manpower, safeties. Okay, all these techniques, how the accidents are to be happen. Okay, these all the techniques in the evaluation techniques that as in a program evaluation review techniques you should one thing you should need to concentration of one word only, that to minimize the time to complete a project. Okay, that comes under program evaluation and review techniques. It is not so hard. Okay, this is the graphical evaluation and review techniques. Pranav Lokhande, 31 students have joined it now. What is meant by graphical evaluation and review techniques? Whenever using in theoretical paper, it will be easy. Graphical evaluation and review techniques, so commonly known as ERT. It is also known as graphical evaluation and review techniques. It will be okay. But the main point of view is that the key roles in any of the graphical evaluation and review techniques. Key point. I said that from the start point of key points. Whenever you have reading any of the paragraph, okay, some of their 2 to 3 points are majorly continuity in rule, because these are the importance in that. But whenever you are right, or whenever some of the questions are comes under any of the project or any of the tools or techniques, okay, they have to mix 2 to 3 words. Okay, but you should need to find out which one is correct. Okay, that is your mind ability. Or one things I have observed, that whenever you have reading the questions as a free-minded, when one time just you are thinking of 4 options and just you have selected this one is correct. Whenever you are thinking 2 to 3 times, you will definitely get confused and select the wrong option for that. That will it will be happen with you or me also. I think so. It is happening with everyone now. So whenever you have selecting any of the objective of these questions, okay, at that time, just read without stress in your mind. Okay, just read as a freedom and select option whenever you want at the first time, but not as a speedily whenever you are reading a questions and then you are select. Not just stay with the silent mind, just think on that 4 options, and again that whenever you want this will be okay, then you will click it and just go another option. Okay, this is the techniques for the online MCQ types. Nowadays you are, I think so, you are using that the tools and techniques of mobile applications, laptop. Okay, but this is also an option. Just I said that this is also one of the options that will be helpful to you for the any of the examinations. Yes, I think so. Our time has completed now. Yes, it's 11:04, but we will take 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, and after that, I think the specialization lecture is today's now.
Yes, sir.
यस सर.
Yes.
सर ये अभी वापस बताइए ना सर, अभी जो बताया सर एक बार सिलेक्शन एमसीक्यू.
MCQ selections. Okay, it's the simple techniques whenever you are using you have reading a MCQ of in any of the examination. Just read it with the silent mode. Okay, just whenever you have pre-minded with that question, just read out it. Just thinking on the 4 options, and after thinking or reading of all 4 options, whenever you want at the first time, this will be okay answer. Just click on that and just move away. Just move to next questions. Not repeatedly reading of that question. Okay, that will be create a wrong answers for your question selection.
Yes sir.
This is the common techniques of any of them. Okay, GRT is a graphical evaluation and review techniques. Yes.
सर मतलब सर बाद में लास्ट में रिव्यू करना है क्या सर वो क्वेश्चन? फिर शुरुआत में जो लगता है वो क्लिक करना है.
यह शुरुआत में जो लगता है वो आप तभी क्लिक करो और छोड़ दो. बाद में किधर तो मार्क करके रखो कि इस पे मुझे और थिंकिंग करने का जरूरत है. मीन्स आपको कॉन्फिडेंशियल नहीं है और भी. एट दैट टाइम यू जस्ट मार्क इट एनीवेयर. ओके,
ऑप्शन है सर, मार्क रिव्यू का ऑप्शन है सर पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी का.
Yes, nowadays they have giving us a review options.
Yes sir.
Now each and every process nowadays they have given a review option for us. Why they have given review option? It will be thinking to you that why they have giving us a review options. Okay, because we are confused of many of the questions as we are. But whenever you are going to review of these questions, just read it from the first time, thinking on that, and just click options, but keep him as a review option. Okay, some of the times the times has not too much available for that review questions also. At that time, whenever you have reviewed that, you know that this is the correct answer. But if how available time, that 5 to 10 minutes are available for this completion of the exam. At that time, again you are thinking on that question, but not need to take 15 to 20 questions as a review option. Okay, very few questions you
Yes, sir.
need to
Got it, sir.
just take a review option. It will not be hard for you. That you have a lot of experience in the online exam nowadays. I think the first semester, second semester, now third semester. Sometimes you want lecture as
Yes, sir.
an
Around.
yes, as sometimes you want lecture as an offline mode, but the exam which has to be carried out in online mode.
Yes,
What is
sir.
the logic? What is the logic behind that?
सर क्योंकि
Google.
जो वर्किंग वर्किंग स्टूडेंट्स है उनका सर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस नहीं रहा है अभी, कुछ 3-4 साल से
Yes,
जॉब कर रहे
that's
हैं.
why. Okay, but they have not the knowledge of feka feke also, because whenever they have
Yes, sir.
working as 5 to 4 years in industries, and the questions are comes under what is mean by project planning. They are definitely right each and everything that they have working on that actual practical skills. As what they have to be carried out in a machine, what they have to be carried out their working profile also. At the last end of the paper, they have writing as another working profile, because they have know the how to write this in any of the papers. Okay,
Yes,
you
sir.
have
At the
got
time placement also.
graphical evaluation review techniques. I think so. It will be a important subject for all of you, or some of interaction to you, as you are sincere, that I know, but I have observed that very few members has answering my questions and interact with me. Some of they have, uh, I think so, but they are not ready to talk with me, or they sometimes they have not understand what's going on that project management. Yes, whenever we are asking the questions, student want their sir has repeatedly asking that. So just join our class and wait for the completions also. Okay, that it will be okay, no problem. Is a network analysis techniques used in project management that allows the probabilistic treatment both the network logic and estimation of activity durations. Okay, these are comes under graphical evaluation and review techniques. I think so. They all these are the formulas are available in decision science. The calculation method of graphical evaluation and review techniques. The calculation methods of PERT tools. Okay, if you uh, MCQs, or if you got to MCQ, what formulas of all these techniques, just write it. We will discussion in our next lecture. Okay, or some of the problems we have to be also carried out on our end also. If you are okay with that, okay, just come with the calculation formula. Okay, as you are already doing a study on decision science subject, or some of the problems, tools and techniques, I think so that all also is useful to us also, because as in a decision science is a project management part. Okay, project management is theoretical part, but some of the key aspects are also comes under decision science. Okay, so if you are thinking, or if you are studying on that formulas or tools or techniques, just come with the next lecture, that problematics. This is the formula for to find out program evaluation review techniques, critical path method, graphical evaluation techniques. Okay, so we will get it easy to understand what is mean by graphical evaluation or review techniques. Or you are just go through decision science MCQ, then you have got what is my graphical evaluation, PRT, critical path method, all these things. Okay, we will finish here today's topic, that is project planning. Okay, what is mean by project planning? 6 method estimations, that is network analysis method. Okay, So network analysis method, just I have taken it as a theoretical part, but you from your side not depend on that much slides. Okay, just go through YouTube, go through any of the books and just read out it. What is the concepts of this only? You need to uh, not need to details, but you know what is the concept of this project only. What is mean by this process, how the problems are to be carried out on this process, how to draw the network diagram from that paragraph. Okay, it should be okay to you. Just start whenever you don't know about any of the project management tools, techniques, or any of the activities notes. Just start from the basics of the network diagram, or the video, or the simplest videos are available on YouTube. Okay, network nodes, how to draw network diagram. You just see videos on YouTube how to draw network diagram. Okay, or if possible I will share it on our next lecture also. Okay, the very nice videos they have created, that they have drawing as per our as they have given us problems, and after that they have simply start from these solutions, how to draw a network diagram. Okay, from the very basic point. Yes, it will be easy to you, that whenever you are using the YouTubes or any of the media, just go through 5 to 10 minutes you have given to for that videos, and just carry from your all other activity also. Okay, graphical evaluation review techniques, and third one is the metra potential method. What is mean by metra potential method? The metra potential method, MPM, was developed by French researcher Bernard Roy in 1958 for the construction of the French paquebot France and of the first French nuclear power plant. MPM is a mean of described organizing and planning a project. It is the equivalent of the PERT method, program evaluation and review techniques. Okay, it is equivalent to PERT. Okay, the metra potential methods was developed by French researchers. Okay, in 1958 for what? Nuclear power plant. Okay, and that I have previously said that what is meant by nuclear power plant. So how much they have energy have created, how much plants in India of the nuclear stations, what is meant by nuclear. Okay, all these things. Whenever these points are comes under, you need to go through Google or any of the YouTubes or any of the devices that then what is meant by nuclear power plant. You need to know that what is meant by nuclear power plant, thermal power plant, hydraulic power plant. I, as I said that it will not be considered with you, but it is a part of your knowledge also. Knowledge also. Nuclear power plant, mainly thinking on that in any of the nuclear power plant, there two components are using, that is uranium and thorium. These are the two key, what we can say that the elements in nuclear power plant. Okay, uranium and thorium. Above that, anyone have knows about the nuclear power plant, they free to say, or they free to discuss here also. These are the nuclear power plants. So here is the located is nuclear power plant. These are the key aspects in nuclear power plant. Okay, metra potentials methods are used in nuclear power plant because it comes underground. As from figure said that the nuclear possibilities of elements. Okay, it is not easy to create a energy from nuclear power plant. Okay, as it will be a very scientifical, or some of the scientific calculations, or some of the knowledgeable skills on that the nuclear uranium thorium. Okay, these are required scientific calculations, scientific formulas. Okay, these are all the techniques for in a metra potential method, as its name indicates, that metra potential method, which described by a French scientist in 1958. Okay, and which are similar to PRT, or the uses for the nuclear power plants. This is the metra potential method. Now today's we are stop here. Okay, and successfully
Yes, sir.
completion of overview of project management, first unit, and second unit project planning. Okay, now in next lecture we will cover third, fourth, fifth sequentially before your exam. Okay, just
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
just I will stop the recording here.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.